Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm KatherineOfSky and I've spent some time connecting up all of these bump jacks. I think they're all connected, but of course you guys will tell me if they're not. I have learned to expect that, and it's really cool that you guys are sharp-eyed and willing to tell me if I've made a mistake. So I have not yet connected the power, and hopefully we're going to see these pump jacks run. That is our goal, of course, with this. Gosh, so hard to place power poles. I don't feel like we should put down beacons yet. I feel like we have way too much oil. It's interesting. This latest update, 0.15, the devs tweaked the oil for sure, and it was one of their things that they wanted to change because so many people were complaining about not enough oil and that kind of thing. But I almost feel like they made it too prolific and I'm almost going to say redundant, but that's probably not the right word. There's too much oil on the map as far as I can tell, especially when you do large patch sizes. I know that when I created this world, I was afraid, like we all were in 0.12 and 13 and 14, that, you're not going to have enough oil. And that's one of the biggest bottlenecks in the game generally, or was. But now it seems like the yield is so much higher that it doesn't really matter anymore to put beacons around stuff. It just seems like that's a forgotten way of doing anything. All right, so I think we have them all connected power-wise for sure, but we do not yet have them connected to the refinery. So let's go and do that. Now we do have approximately 2 lines connected kind of in a circle. I made sure to connect these guys over to this area here, so we can kind of take 2 lines if we want to, or not, as the case may be, depending on how we have this all sorted out. But I think it's going to be just fine. We also want to hook up those tanks by the train station. We'll get those coming along, just coming across here. Right, so I think we can just take this across, maybe. Right. Tink, 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 tink. There we go. Nice. Okay, and then those guys can start filling up these tanks here. Maybe if I connected it on the corner, which I probably didn't do, looking at the thing. It's alright though, we'll be fine, There they go, filling up with crude oil quite nicely. Now it's also time for us to connect the station with the main power of the base. So let's do that. Alright, looking great. No more blinkies going on. Okay, and crude is starting to fill up rapidly. Now, the reason the refineries aren't going is, of course, because we have no water. So that is of primary concern to me at the moment. Now, the water is connected through to this assembler there, this chemical plant. But, I misjudged it a little bit. I think I need an outlet here, approximately, basically to go and get water from the world. We need to get it from the shore so that we can run our refineries and, of course, our cracking plants. Okay. And from here, I think we'll use like this lovely bit of shoreline. Hey, fish, how you doing? And let's see, craft one? No, I have 8. I don't need to craft one. I'm okay, thanks. Of course, I did that too late. No, don't. Hey, now that's interesting. It worked before. Why is it not working now? That's strange. I did this from the whatchamacallem, this train station, and it worked, and this time it's not. Basically, clicking on the last bit that you dragged, and then expecting it to go a decently long distance way. Right, so how we doing? Whoa, we are producing solid fuel like mad. This is very exciting. How are these guys doing? These guys look as if they're not getting anything. Right. These are... Why are those hooked up that way? This is a bit screwy. Okay, so this is the petroleum going in this way, like this. So petroleum has been working. Now, we need to make sure that this is working, and it is not. Okay, so that's all right. We're going to get it sorted. Right. But we can do this. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Da-dee-dee-dee. There we go. And kaboom is going to happen. Hooray. Right. Okay, so here we go. We got some of this stuff coming along. Now, how are these guys for stuff? They just need 10 solid fuel per craft. And there they go, zooming away like wild creatures there. And hopefully this is going to work out really well. Yet we do have... They look so funky, don't they? The belts with this stuff on there. That's pretty cool. Do we need... looks like we need to pre-balance each of these belts because they are backing up something terrible. Right. Okay. Well, we'll get this sorted out then. Fine. Right. Put this one up here. And then you are going to have to just balance right here maybe, I think. There we go. You can do this. Not like that. Like that. That's better. Haha. Nice. And then you can also balance in a very similar way. Go this way. No, excuse me. Look, yeah, that wasn't the right thing to do thing. And what we can do is just take these silly things off. No need for that kind of stuff right there. Right. Oh, this is looking very lovely indeed. I'm liking these little cubes here. They're looking pretty darn good. Wow, we have a problem. Look at that. All right, so this is a good thing to notice. Just move the one power pole over. There we go. So we can have stuff going on. And then we replicated the problem here as well. So let's fix it. Good, good, good. Right. All right. We have our first load of rocket fuel ready to go. Awesome. Right. So I'm going to just shift click this because there's trees here. Whoa, that looks so cool. Like this centipede of things here. Right. So we need a 1, 2, 4 balancer. Is that as simple as I'm thinking about it? It could be or it could not be. Yes, it is very simple. Right. Okay. And we want to do this here. Like that. That's kind of what we want. I'm not going to hook it up until I've got everything sorted out because I mean, we could have even dragged these other separators above to save on belts, but it's okay. I don't think it's that necessary. Right, we now have stuff. Now, the question is, do we have fuel for trains? Not in the form of coal, but guess what? We are going to have some rocket fuel being added in for our trains. This is going to be crazy, but it's okay. It works, right? Right. Sounds like a good plan to me. We don't need that any longer. So we'll get this going. Excuse me, that's what I wanted. There's not enough space. but we can make enough space, maybe. There we go. Like this. Much easier. Okay, excellent. I think we'll just siphon this off the end. This is a very temporary kind of arrangement, mostly because this is going to siphon off a little bit, so that first car may not get a ton of rocket fuel, but it's really not going to take that much after both of these chests fill up. There we go. Thank you. That's what we wanted. Great. Are you done? You have 10 rocket fuel. Excellent. So these trains are going to run off rocket fuel. In fact, what I can do something like that. Basically, so we only have a half a lane of rocket fuel coming along. So we don't have to fill up both lanes. There's no need for that. Right, and we now have stuff. So I think we can place a train down here. We don't need to actually move it anywhere because we don't have a rocket silo set up or anything. So that's going to hamper us slightly in terms of telling it where it needs to go. But otherwise, it should be just fine. Look at all this rocket fuel. How tasty and nice is this? This is fantastic. Right, we're going to just... Basically, I'm middle clicking on each of these. It reserves the slot to basically, it can only have rocket fuel in that slot. It is not allowed to put anything else there. Okay, here we are. And we're just going to copy. That's shift right click and shift left click to paste so that all of them have this lovely thing. Right, so we're going to call this rocket fuel. And this is going to be fuel pickup. Right, okay. And you're going to be called rocket fuel, but you're going to be oil drop off. Yes, okay. Nice, okay, so this is effectively done. Right, just want to make sure it's functioning properly. We can get some lights in here as well. And so this is going to be kind of an experiment because we're going to see how much we need. I've not really looked at, how many of these machines we need for what in terms of the rocket silo. All I know is that this basically works and this will make what we need it to make when we need it to be made. Okay, we can put this last one there approximately. And I would like some radar out here because I've noticed we don't have any radar coverage over this area. Okay, so come on. Come on, world, show me where you don't have coverage. It's hard to see, actually. With my own radar coverage, it's very, very annoying, I have to admit. All right, we'll get this. How about right there? That looks great. Just keep this clunking along. Oops. Really thing. Okay. Look. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Nice. Now, the next one we'll also have out here as well. And that hopefully, well, I wonder if we can grab, oh, we can. We can grab the copper patch as well with that one. Excellent. See, and this is flowing along quite nicely, though there is a bit of backup on this line here. There's too much being fed here. So basically, these guys, these end ones, are feeding into this one. Now, this isn't my design, so it's not, maybe not the way that I would have done it, for sure. But it is being, I don't know, it's being interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, it's splitting them there, and these guys look like they're working. Maybe if I take these out. Well, we'll try to fix this. Whoopsies. Excuse me. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the problem there. These are going a little bit better, but it just seems like there's too many along this line here. Those are doing okay. Yeah, the problem is there's just not a lot of room here. That's the biggest issue with this particular setup. I'll see if I can fix it another time. Possibly have to redesign the whole thing, but at the moment it's working well enough. I'm quite happy with this situation, and hopefully we're gonna get everything sorted out. I wonder if I could do something else here. What if I split this into 2 lines? Like, made this a It's not that way. Made this like a 4-to-2. That might be better. Okay, let's get our... Not that. That's a really crappy blueprint. I mean, it's okay. It's fine, but yeah, like this. That's what I want. Except this one is going to be more like this. And I'll fix these in a minute if this is going to work for us. Okay, so this one will go here-ish. We'll still lane balance them, because why not? But, oopsies. Okay, what is that looking like? I'm looking for this one lane to move faster than it does. This still, well, it's... That one still is not able to get one of these little guys off on there. Well, that's a shame. Well, what I could do is something else entirely. What I could do is this. That's probably going to be better. Right, so this one only does not need to be here. We can go back to the 3-to-2. Does that work? Yeah? Yeah, I don't know why that was... organized that way, but this definitely works a lot better. Okay, good. Right, let's get our 3-to-2 back. Blueprints 3-to-2, please. I think it starts off at the top this way. Oopsies. Just make sure that it is doing what we want it to do. Okay. Oh yeah, it was this way. Oopsies. Okay, there we go. Nice. Momentary setback there. Right. And let's see if this is working like we want it to. We have to wait for this backlog to leave to get out of here. This is a bit slowed. Yeah, see, this 3-to-2 balancer is obviously not working quite correctly. Because there's still backup here. I'm not impressed with this at all. Well, shoot. Darn it! No! Well, the biggest problem is that these guys produce too much. Basically, let's see, they're going to produce... Well, through all of the machines, they're producing 75 units per second, which should go on 2 blue belts, but it's the way that they're divided up. All right, well, I'm going to have a look at this, I think. So this is... Yeah, I see the problem. I see why things were done in that way, but does it work? I don't think so. I just don't think it works that well. Let's see if this calms it down a bit. This one is working fairly well. We might also be a little bit backed up because we are missing a fraction of a machine, 0.02. Oh no, but we are not even getting all of the materials to the end of the line, it looks like. Okay. That's interesting. Well, we are. We sort of are. Okay, well this is looking better. And all of these are functioning now. Okay, so maybe it's not something that I need to worry about typically very much. Okay, this is actually seeming to work fairly well at the moment, though the balancer is a little bit funky, but anyway, it's looking fairly good. So, what are we doing next? Now, the one thing that I'm very, very concerned about is that we have no iron. The trickle of iron from here is getting a little bit more drippy each day. I don't believe that we have any trains coming to this station. There are no trains, as it says, so we're going to have to go and collect some more iron from somewhere. We might do this iron patch. That's 45 million and 36 down here. That's pretty nice patches. We could do just another train on the other side of the track here. Well, we're sort of local to this area. What's this? 6 million there, 9 over there. But I could use this 9 to feed green circuits as well. I also want to clear up some of the train congestion that is generally here. We're going to have to see how that's going to go as well. 3180. Ooh, look at that 80 million patch up there. Look at that tiny. It's almost like this, about the same in area, but this one is twice as rich. Which kind of annoys me that this one isn't. It's like, I want more iron. Come on, thing. So we may actually get this patch tapped because that's a better use of our productivity modules if we choose to put productivity in our miners like we were doing here in the copper area. And what happened to my radar? Did I not connect it with power? I probably didn't. There we go. You guys thought I would forget. I'm quite sure about that. Well. I almost always forget my radars, so you would not be wrong. But today I did not. All right, there we go. More power to the radars, right? Okay, so I think maybe that's the next train that we will, or next thing that we'll go for is getting some iron. This one is also quite close by, so if I put a station around here, we can just ship iron from both of these patches in there, and then we'll get this iron allocation station filled up and ready to go. So, but we are right at the moment, pardon my inability to speak. We are at the moment out of time. Thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.